Symmetrical bridal train dress. Let's do it together. Let's go.
This is the measurements I'm using for today's tutorial. I have shoulder as 14, bust as 37, waist as 30, hip 41, then shoulder to waist is 16, then length is asymmetrical. So we have the front length as 41 and we have the back length as 60. So I want to do all the calculation before starting. So our front length is 41 and our back length is 60. Then the flare at front is 8. So we have to use this 8, do our normal calculation to get the back. If you do 41 minus 8, it will give us 33. Then you minus 32. This 33 now is the border, is the upper border is from the shoulder where the flare will start. So we have to minus it from 60 to get the back of the flare. It's asymmetrical. So 60 minus 33 will give us 27. So the front flare is 8 while the back flare is 27. We have to do calculation for the side flare. So 27 plus 8, I have to add the front and the back, divide it by 2 to get the side flare. So 27 plus 8 will give us 35. Do it somewhere here. 35 divided by 2 will give us 17.5. So the side flare is 17.5. So that is our measurements. Hope you can see this now. Length is 33 and I put half for seam allowance. Then it is off shoulder. I mark 4 inches. I use 4 inches for my off shoulder. Then I mark on the armpits. The armpit line is 8.5. She's slim. Then I mark on the waistline, which is 16, and the hip, which is 25.5. I got all these measurements from my client's body. This is off shoulder line, armpit line, waistline, hip line, and our length is 41 divided by 4 will give us 10 1/4. Our clothes stretches, so I like doing it. This is our waistline, 10 1/4. I like doing it on the dots. I don't like adding much allowance because it stretches, so I'll do it on the dots, 10 1/4. So let me shift my fabric to that on the dots. Then the waist is 30, which is 7.5 divided by 4. I'll do it on the dots also. Then the bust is 37. 37 less approximately to 38, which is 9.5. I do it here. Then our off shoulder, I like using 5. So I do the neck. You can use your curve to get the armhole curve. But I prefer freehand. You have to join the curves, join it in a curvy manner. So here is the down. Since the hip is 10 1/4, I'll remove 1 inch here and do it 9 1/4 by join. So let's cut. You can see our dress. Okay, so this is the front. I'll now place it and get the back. I like adding 1 inch. You can see to check it and make sure it is 1 inch throughout. I have my 1 inch and I have my 1 inch. That is zipper allowance. So I slit open the zipper side. But now I want to change the neck. I want to take it down a little bit. The front is 6 and I want the back to come down to 8. Like here is my 8. So from it's time to do the asymmetrical flare. The circumference of the upper side of the flare is gonna be, because I'll shape here with, let's say, 1/2 inch, we have 8.5 left. So 1/2 times 4 will give us 34. So the upper circumference is gonna be 34 side. So I want to use this side now to get my flare length, 17.5. I add 1/2 up for seam allowance, it is 18, and I have 1/2 down, or maybe, okay, I'll just fold it once, add 1/2 down, it will be 18.5. So let's go. $24. So if you, where did I even get this now? From here you get your 18.5. Let's see what is remaining. Okay, so let's use 5 and see if it will give us 34. This is 360 degree that I want to use and do my asymmetrical flare. This is how I achieve it. Then I check it slowly, slowly, slowly on the dot. I'm happy with this. Then I get my, let me use 19 now. Get my 19. Get my 19. So I use 19 because I want 1/2 here and 1 here for folding allowance. 17.5 plus 1/2 and 1 is 19. Then I cut. I'm not cutting here now. Let me cut. This is our flare. 360. 360. I want to show you how I'll make it asymmetrical. The front is 8 inches. Then you add 1 inch down for folding allowance. It becomes 9. You add 1/2 up, it becomes 9.5. So I will mark now my 9.5 here. The back is 27. 27 plus 1/2 down becomes 28. Plus 1 down becomes 28. Then plus 1/2 up, it is 28.5. Look at it. I get my 28.5 and I mark. We'll have 10 here now. You see it, because when I folded it I used 5, 5, 5, so on fold it becomes 10. Then from here I'll have to mark my center, which is 5. Then from this center I get my 5, and from here I get 5. I have to get 5 all through. From here I get my 5. Let's check if it is still our circumference. $17 is 34, so it is correct. Now let's cut out our symmetrical. You can see perfect circle. So this is our symmetrical view. This is the front. Let me notch it. This is the front. And this is the back. Center front, center back. How beautiful. So here is the sleeve.